Happy Halloween, guys. I'm going to do another spooky reaction video. This one is to King Frostmare's channel. The video is called The Scariest Videos of Demonic Entities Caught at Night. And I thought there's some good creepy stuff in here and stuff we haven't seen before. If you wouldn't mind popping by King Frostmare's channel, drop him a sub, be very grateful for that. The link is in the description. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up, subbing to my channel and ringing the bell, I'd be very grateful for that as well. Thank you very much. In the meantime, let's get the cans on, give this a watch, and let's hope there's some good creepy stuff. Fucking hell, man, give us a chance. Oh, yeah. What the hell? That's just wrong on so many levels. It was the eyes more than anything else in that one. I don't know what all that was about.
The following video was captured by a man who had moved into a recently abandoned apartment unit.
What the hell?
Former tenant had moved out due to some mysterious and scary activity. It seems that whatever was scaring the former tenant might still be lingering in there.
Se me acaba de apagar la palanca otra vez. Se saltaron las jodidas palancas una noche más. Me está sucediendo casi todas las noches, ¿vale? Y que tenga que seguir viviendo aquí porque no tengo dónde ir. ¿Qué cojones es eso, tío? No!
What? I'm guessing that's not his dog. How many times now? Don't open the door. It's moving like either it's a very elaborate prank or there's something creepy going on.
It appears that this thing was staring at him from the neighboring empty buildings, however. So how is this possible? Was this thing perhaps bound to the general area and causing hauntings in different parts of the building? Who can say for sure?
You can't even make out like a proper face. Is that just looks like a skull? I don't know. It could just be some idiot in a mask like that nun in the other video, like, but we'll persevere with it.
This was shared by Lexi, who states that she and her friends played with an old Ouija board in an
As you do.
abandoned apartment, and that ever since some really odd things have been unfolding in her own residence. And things got worse by the day. At first she was only hearing strange things in her house, but then she even records something creepy.
We were all laughing, right? We were laughing, ha ha ha, everything's fine, I got good vibes.
I'm scared and I'm going to poop.
And all of a sudden, they all look at me, and they're just lifeless. Like they're like, and there's like at least like 30 people in the room, okay? And I got the most sick feeling. And all of a sudden, for some reason, I was wearing this cross in my dream. I could, like in my dream, I go like this, and I start to grip my cross. And he was just like, why are you scared? And then the person that I was talking to, he goes, why are you doing that? And then this is where I knew it was demonic. Just basically saying that God doesn't exist. He was like, what do you think he's gonna do for you? Like, and I just backed up, and then I started praying to God. So anyways, I was like, oh my God. I went in the kitchen because I was so terrified, and I just said, I rebuke anything in the name of Jesus. Right after I said that, I heard 3 knocks on my front door, and I looked outside, and nobody was there. And so after that, I was like, whenever I cast it out of my house, it was like trying to come in my house. Got the cutest little samples yesterday.
These ghosts love playing peekaboo, don't they?
As she was working on her computer, a sinister face was peeking into her room, which made Lexi believe that a demonic entity must have followed her home. How terrifying, isn't it?
If she could absolutely swear there was nobody there and showed us round and stuff, then maybe, but... And for the views, possibly. Creepy, nonetheless. The story was more creepy than the ghost-like, or whatever. Bathroom scare.
This video was taken by a mom who suddenly got really scared while she was at home with her baby. They were just having a normal night, watching a movie together, when something weird started happening.
I've actually done some fucking washing.
Please go away. Please go away. You're not wanted. Go away. Whatever you are, go away.
She looked over at the bathroom door and noticed it was wide open. At first, she didn't catch anything weird, but when she watched the video back later, she saw something that made her skin crawl. Right at the bathroom doorway, you can see this dark shadow figure pop up out of nowhere. It happened super fast, so quick that she didn't even see it when it happened. But watching it now, how fast it moves just makes it even creepier.
Really Frodo on speed, isn't it?
This thing just appears and disappears in a flash. Between seeing this shadow and hearing the bathroom door make a creepy squeaking noise, the mom is pretty sure she caught something not normal on camera. Real ghost or not? What do you think this could be?
What do you think of that one then? There did seem to be something there. Not entirely sure what could have caused it. It might have just been a window behind the door or something moving past outside or something, I don't know. Strange.
This video was captured at an old high school in Indonesia. There have always been eerie stories that students and teachers were telling about eerie occurrences within the building. This recording shows one of the classrooms after closing hours, and it must be stated that nobody was at the premises anymore.
Okay. That door's shut as well, isn't it?
First, we can see a strange transparent shape right at the door.
The bloody camera's creepier than anything else. I don't know what's going on there, but you can sort of see that there. That's... looks like a girl in a dress, possibly. It does sort of fade out, but again, it's just...
And then the camera recorded some eerie
potato
voices.
camera. But those noises are creepy. What the hell?
Many believe that it sounds like children. Is this possible? What exactly is going on in this old school?
That's mad. Good one, like that one.
This recording was captured at a funeral home and was saved by their CCTV system. It shows a night guard patrolling through the building as he always does, several times an hour. He
I think he's had a few shandies.
states that he didn't notice anything amiss that night, except that it felt a bit colder in one particular room. Coincidentally, it is the same room that we are seeing on screen. As they checked the footage the next morning, they saw something terrifying.
What the fuck?
A boy seems to materialize out of thin air and follow the guard into the next room. A bit later, we see him disappear in the same corner where he mysteriously originated from. Does this beg the question? Did their CCTV system capture the spirit of a boy that night?
That's too good. What? Where did it come from though? It literally just appeared in the corner of the room there. This is just an overlay or something, but that's mad.
What a creepy thought.
Absolutely mental, that. Just sort of fades in and out as it's running past that wall. What?
Now let's take a look at the latest updates from Dustin Lee Frazier, who is still dealing with a very scary haunting at home and his
We haven't seen this guy for a while.
workplace. As you might remember, he's working the night shift in a diner, and tonight strange happenings started to unfold in the kitchen at first. Something seemed to have turned the radio on, and Dustin was pretty baffled.
And radio's on again. I'm not doing this. I'm gonna plug in the goddamn thing. What? Excuse my language. I'm sorry, but also, what? How the hell? How did it do that?
Because you just smacked it.
It literally jumped ahead by like an hour.
Strange for sure, but as he made his way back into the dining area, it got even creepier. He started to take random photos tonight to see if anything would show up, and as many times before, something seemed to be standing right behind him just as he was passing some tables.
Okay. And look, it printed the little. Huh? Okay. You're actually just supposed to like, just put it like face down in like a dark
That's the
room
same
or something.
thing again,
and
isn't it?
It's supposed to develop that way.
So bloody good. It's the bloody music more than the footage. They didn't put the bloody jump scare music in, dickheads.
I also need to check this door. Hold on just a second, guys. That door keeps getting, like, it keeps being unlocked, but that's not good because, like, some kid literally just walked up here. But, okay, at least this. Okay, so I kind of want to take a picture in the meeting room. The meeting room scares me. I could take a picture of the hallway.
It was not the first time that his viewers noticed these scary demonic noises in the background that went unnoticed at the time. But what really freaked Dustin out was the realization that a creepy entity was standing right behind him once more.
Didn't he take it home with him the last time or something? Or stood outside his house or something? You cannot not notice that, like. I'm sorry. Considering he's supposed to be so on edge, you just cannot not notice this.
Let's hope that he finds a way to deal with these scary events really soon. And make sure to follow him to stay up to date whenever he is posting any updates.
I'm sure he ended up taking it home one night, and there was like a black shape stood outside of his house knocking on the door at some point.
The following was shared by a young man who was staying the night in a cabin in the Appalachian Mountains, and it got pretty eerie once he noticed something in the distance.
What's that? That in the woods. Hello? Hello?
A few hours later, he woke up to these terrifying screams.
What?
In my
People think that this could have been a Wendigo that tried to lure the man into the woods. Do you think that's possible?
That is an awful noise, by the way. What the hell was all that about? That was a creepy noise. Didn't like that.
Let's check out this video from Chris at Urbex Hill, exploring the old Paul Revere Elementary School in Cleveland.
This guy's pretty good, but I think we have seen him do a few schools and stuff, and the one with all the blood and the signs blatantly looks staged. Like, not by him, I'm guessing, but by idiots who took over the place or whatever.
The school
Let's see
shut
if this
down
is
in
a new one.
2015 after being open for almost 100 years, because not enough kids were enrolled anymore. While there's talk about turning it into apartments in 2024, it's still sitting there, empty and falling apart. The moment Chris walks in, you can tell no one's taken care of this place in years. Paint's peeling off everywhere, and there's just junk scattered all over. Old papers, books, you name it. You can even see fresh chalk marks on some boards, showing people have definitely been sneaking in. This was actually Chris's second time checking out the school. A bunch of people commented on his video saying they used to go there or teach there, and how sad it was seeing their old school in such bad shape. About 10 minutes in, Chris starts hearing weird rustling and strange noises echoing through the building.
What is that? Do you hear that?
Someone with a torch shining back at him.
Somebody's here.
When he turns down one hallway, he spots someone else's flashlight beam. Probably another explorer, or maybe someone living there. Since it's 1 AM and you never know who you might run into, Chris smartly decides to head the other way instead of saying hello. He makes his way to the library and the upper floors, but things get even weirder in the upstairs bathroom.
Getting yourself cornered there. I mean, oh, maybe not. What the?
Somebody's in there. Scared the out of me. Oh, man.
At first, he sees what looks like someone just standing there, totally
That's mad.
still.
It's sort of transparent, to be fair, as well.
Hello. What the Oh, it's a f***ing toy.
Is it?
Oh my god, that scared the out of me.
Turns out it's just a creepy mannequin someone put there as a prank.
It must just be the camera. It sort of looked a bit transparent at the top half there, but it must just be a different, like a grey coloured
The weird
top as
part,
opposed to black.
right as Chris finds it, the thing just falls forward.
Yeah.
Maybe from the sound waves bouncing around, but still pretty freaky. Most people would have booked it right then, but Chris keeps exploring. After making sure the
Smart.
bathroom was empty first, of course. About halfway through his visit, Chris climbs up to the roof, which is super dangerous given how beat up the building is. He makes it down okay, but then hears something strange from down the hall.
The safe is still here. I wonder what's in it.
Fair play to these guys who actually go to these places, like.
While he's checking out one of the rooms, there's this weird howling sound, and his camera catches a shadow moving behind a door. Chris looks around but can't find anyone. He's pretty much ready to leave at this point, but there's one more creepy thing.
This place is weird as hell. Oh, here it is. This place is crazy. I remember the last time I explored it. Hello? Hello? What? Okay, I know I heard somebody coming down these stairs. I'm out.
While he's trying to find his way out, he clearly hears footsteps on the stairs right above him. He runs up there and calls out, but nobody answers.
There's a fair few flights, so it could have just been higher up.
Thankfully, Chris got out of there safely. Makes you wonder what was really going on in that school that night.
There's a creepy ass place, that mine, like, but fair play to them for going in there, but mostly just idiots, I think. Trying to scare people.
We don't know much about where this video came from. Nobody knows who filmed it or posted it first. But even without any background info, it's still super creepy. The footage shows some people checking out an exhibit in a museum. Now the display itself is pretty weird. It's got these lifelike mannequins that are kind of creepy on their own. Let's be honest, most mannequins are. But that's not even the strangest part of this video. The person filming had no idea they caught something really weird until later.
I'm gonna move, is it? Ah, that's pretty cool.
In one of the mirrors, you can see something that looks like a dark figure just appear out of nowhere. Here's the crazy part. You can see its reflection in the mirror, but there's nobody there to actually make that reflection. Some people watching the video think this might be a ghost. They say the figure is wearing one of those fancy Victorian-style dresses women used to wear way back when. The weird shadow just glides right past all the people in the room, like it's no big deal. Since we don't know anything else about this video, we can only guess what that shadowy figure really was. Was it actually someone's ghost? Or is there another explanation? We might never know for sure.
That's more legit. I like that one. That's a proper ghost, if you know what I mean. It could have just been someone in the hallway, but it looked the part, that one. That was decent. I'd love to know where that was, actually. It looked proper creepy with all the mannequins and stuff. I love stuff like that. Night shift.
Next up, we've got a video from a security guard who works at a factory in Tijuana, Mexico. According to him, some pretty scary stuff goes down in there at night. He wanted to prove it wasn't just in his head, so he recorded what was happening.
Manches. Yo te prende, no me grito.
That's freaky as well. I didn't hear any screams, just the door going, but that's creepy, that mine. I wish they wouldn't put this bloody music on top of the things. Like that adds more to it than the bloody videos most of the time. Is that eyes at the door?
De hace rato que me han aventando botas, pero no sé quién es.
Con
No, pero
boots.
no creo que sea nadie. Ahorita ya
That's
jefa,
not my
me han
size.
aventando así las botas y no sé quién es.
In the footage, you can see this heavy metal door moving all by itself in one of the hallways. Keep in mind, the guard swears he was the only one in the building at the time. Apparently, people who work there have been saying this place is haunted since the day it opened. But here's where it gets really freaky. At one point in the video, you can actually see what looks like a pair of eyes just staring at the guard through one of the glass windows in the door.
It could just be anything that, like, it might be reflections coming from elsewhere or...
Didn't even notice it while he was filming. He only saw it later when watching the video back. So what do you think? Are
Creepy, but could be anything.
we dealing with some kind of evil spirit here? Or could there be another explanation for what's going on in this factory at night?
Would have been nice to have seen the boots being thrown at him, like...
Oh! That really hurt! I'm gonna have a lump there, you idiot!
Who throws a shoe?
Honestly.
Now we will follow Dark Ghost Paranormal on one of his latest trips. He was traveling on a supposedly haunted road. He was pointed towards the following location by a subscriber. Apparently, this area is notorious for many disappearances over the last years. 10 years ago, a man was taking the same road as a shortcut. He drove around 2 kilometers before he noticed a man standing on the road. It was minus 15 degrees outside. However, this man was only wearing a pair of jeans and a sweater. He drove closer and noticed that the man's face was deformed, and the eyes were sunken in. Of course, he drove away as fast as he could. Dark Ghost was traveling the same road when he came across an abandoned little house.
Weird moves, man. It's mad. It's so upright.
This
Creepy.
location had caught his interest. He wanted
BlairWitch.com.
to see if evil things are still lingering in this area, and he started to set up his equipment after checking out the place for a few moments.
Посижу, послушаю, будет ли что. Придет сюда или...
Like the end of Buffy, there, isn't it?
Grr, arg.
Could be a bird. Or a dog.
Это точно не зверь орут.
Really odd screams can be heard from the distance, and Dark has no clue where they might originate from. A bit later that night, something seems to make it into the house.
What the hell? Liam Gallagher's got lost, hasn't he?
Who or what is that thing? This person is roaming the lower floors many minutes, aimlessly, it would appear. A really creepy sighting.
The tower, or was that him coming to check? Or was that just a jump?
Dark was hiding upstairs in the storage area of this house.
I'm guessing it was just a cut.
But the weird noises creeped him out after a few minutes. And he made a run for it. No idea what happened to him that night. And who visited him. But it was Goosebumps material for sure. If you can, check out the whole investigation on his channel, Dark Ghost Paranormal.
I might have to give that a watch. Creepy as that, man. Scary incident.
This video takes place late one night when a bunch of friends decide to check out an abandoned hospital. And honestly, none of them would have gone in there alone. Word is, there's something not quite right about this place, even though the hospital's been closed for ages, with no doctors or patients around anymore. Lucky for these friends, the emergency power was still running, keeping some lights on in the building. But even with the lights working, what happens next is pretty freaky.
Familia estaba aquí en el hospital Felipe. Son las... ¿Qué hora es, familia? ¿Qué hora es? La 1:08. 1:08.
Was that? They must have seen that.
If you watch closely, it happens super fast. There's this shadow figure that just walks right past the group. None of them saw it at the time, and they only caught it later when they were watching their video back. And when you look really carefully, you can make out what looks like the shape of a small person. A lot of people think this might be the ghost of someone who passed away in the hospital. Maybe a former patient who doesn't realize they're gone. Whether it's a ghost or something else entirely, whatever got caught on camera that night is still a mystery.
There you go, guys. Some good stuff in there. I enjoyed that. Like I said at the beginning, if you pop by King Frostmare's channel, drop my sub, be very grateful for that. There was a couple we've seen before, but not the actual videos, the actual, like, the people involved. But I think they were all pretty new clips, to be honest, so that's good stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. A couple of them had me on edge, but like I said, it's more the bloody music than the actual footage, to be fair, most of the time. But it's good fun. I do enjoy it. I hope you have a good Halloween and get lots of sweets tonight. And I'll be back very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.